racing over 100 miles an hour right now, and you haven't seen anything yet. I know mine is. On behalf of the Children's Hospital, our children's, our families, our healthcare providers, I want to welcome Steve and your team, a bunch of superstars that he will be introducing in a minute, back to the Children's Hospital. I know by far this is the one event throughout the year that I get the most questions about of when are they coming, who is coming, and making sure that people alter their schedules to make sure they're out here, and as you can see from the attendance. I want to also recognize all the kids who you see behind the windows for health reasons are not able to view it from the outside, guys, but I want you to know they're watching and praying for you and rooting for you guys to do some of your best jumps here. A few weeks ago, Steve gave me a call over the weekend. Unfortunately, it was a sad call announcing the passing of Marty Moates, who is the founder of No Fear clothing company. And the reason of your call, one, was to share the sad news, but also saying that Marty and his friends would have wanted, in lieu of the flowers and gifts, to donate to the Children's Hospital. And that made me think about Marty and the few times that I met him when he was here. Here's a man who has won a number of different motorcycle races, world renowned in that area, but also a man who started a very successful company. And every time when he toured the Children's Hospital, the humility and the love for the children and the compassion in passing out his stuff is something that has been ingrained in my mind. So on behalf of the Children's Hospital, Steve, on behalf of the donations that have come in, we have decided to name a star in honor of Marty, and that's something that will always be up there and something that we will always remember him by. So here's a certificate that announces that naming, and hopefully you will share that with his family and know that our thoughts and prayers are with him. Steve now.
Thank you, Zareh. Yeah, it's a sad thing that Marty's not here. I know he loved coming here. He looked forward to it all year long. And well, he used to bring out buckets of stuff. And there's no more generous person alive than Marty. He gave freely of his time and his heart. And I know he loved the kids. And so I just wanted to, thank Zareh, thank the hospital for remembering him. Okay, so boy, we've got a big turnout here today, a little bit more than last year. This is our 5th year doing this, and we just couldn't be more, we feel really privileged to be here. The first 2 years that we did this, we didn't have the jumps. Who would have thought? I mean, it ran through my mind to do it, but I didn't even bother asking, because what hospital is going to let motorcycle riders jump big old gap in the ramps here in front of the hospital? Just seemed a little insane to me, and I didn't bother asking. And then the 3rd year, Travis Pastrana said, "Hey, dude, I don't know if you folks know who Travis is, but he's a wild man." And he was coming out here. I called him and asked him to come out. He said, "Let's do a ramp jump. Let's set it up." And so he contacted Jeff Tilton, and Jeff has done this the last 2 years, and he's one of the best freestyle riders in the world. Him and the renowned Ronnie Renner. Ronnie's coming up a little short there. He promises not to do it again here.
I just want to keep it interesting, you guys.
Yeah, he'll keep it interesting. Also, the stuff these guys are doing here, that was girly man stuff. They're not going to be doing that. No. I'm a little old for it. But I also brought a few other guys out here. At least one old guy and a couple young, semi-young and young. First I have Andrew Short, who factory Honda rider, and Andrew's just coming off the injury. You'll be coming back here when?
End of March.
And then we have the great Kevin Windham, and Kevin's currently in the midst of battle in the Supercross series. He'll be out at Anaheim Stadium this Saturday night. And so if any of you folks want to go out there, you can hit him up for tickets. He's got a whole slew of them. He doesn't have a lot of friends or anything, so should be no problem. And another guy you can hit up for tickets is 7-time Supercross champion and king of Supercross, Jeremy McGrath. Jeremy, you got some tickets for these folks?
I'll give you guys Todd Gendro's number, no problem.
I could do that.
No, I'm just kidding. You better talk to Steve. He's got all the tickets.
Yeah.
Pass the blame.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends. They're all taken. Zareh's got a whole block of them though. But anyhow, we want to thank you all for coming out here, and we're going to let these guys put on the show. I'm going to hand the mic over to Jarrett. Where is Jarrett?
Down there.
Hey, we're like a well-oiled machine out here. 5th year doing this.
I'd like to just real quick have everyone here give a big applause to Steve Bauer. He's the one who brought this all together for the 5th year, so without him, none of us would be here. And thank all the other athletes for coming out, and we're going to go have some fun now. So here you go, Jared.
We were just testing you there, Jared. I also want to thank all the sponsors and stuff that are so gracious to come out here and give up all kinds of swag. I mean, we have a lot of stuff for the kids, and shoot, we visit and the parents and the hospital staff. We don't miss anybody. And every year we visit every kid in there, and we just love it. And heck, it seems like there's always a whole bunch of stuff left in the cart. So don't let these wily nurses hoard all the stuff. If there's anything left over, get on in there and get on it. So I'm going to hand it over to Jarrett.
Now that we didn't leave anybody out, you guys ready to see some freestyle?
Yeah!
You're next rider up.
Buck shot. I set that shot.
Red Bull, James and Troy Lee, Oakley,